Anthony Hartwig here with a McDonald Volleyball player profile. I am joined by Maria Rasile. Maria, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you for having me.
First thing we got to get out of the way is that last name. All McDonald fans kind of know it with your brother and your dad and the
Yes.
family tradition that has been in the McDonald school system for
Yes.
a long time. You got to
hmm
tell us, what's it like being in this family, and what's it like kind of continuing the Rasile legacy at McDonald?
It's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people assume I play basketball, so that's kind of a thing where they're kind of shocked when I say I play volleyball, especially because it's a new program. But it's kind of cool, like everybody, a lot of people know my brother, and then they know my dad, so it's kind of a lot of pressure. My brother has had a lot of success, and so has my dad, so it's cool to be able to hopefully live up to the name.
In the early stages of your high school varsity career, did you ever kind of struggle with that, kind of trying to, you know, almost live up to the name and letting that become pressure instead of, a blessing?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of pressure, but we were a new program, so I it wasn't like many people expected much. But I mean, yeah, it was definitely a lot. People would assume that like, you have to live up to your potential, but I did my best.
You are forever going to be the class that started this program. What's that mean to the senior class, knowing that your freshman year was the first year it existed, and now here you are as a four seed in the district trying to make a big tournament run?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to watch like the program grow. I kind of like grew up with the program. Like my freshman year was the first year our team was considered an actual team. So it's pretty cool to watch like how our success has grown and how we've become able to have the success so early in our program. And it's really cool to, hopefully, this year make a long run in the tournament.
What do you think helped make it such a kind of a quick turnaround? Or I shouldn't even say a turnaround, a quick growth for this program, going from, starting 4 years ago to now all of a sudden, the season that you guys are having and a four seed in the district.
Yeah, I think it was we kind of learned together. Our coaches, they kind of tried to figure out what helped us and what worked well for us. So I think we've definitely become, super close as a team. And our coaches have done a really good job of preparing us for this and preparing us all season, in the summer especially. And they definitely drilled in our heads like mental toughness and, got to be ready. So
This coaching staff has definitely got to be a big part of that rebirth. Coach Harkleroad, Coach Klockner, what have they brought to this program, do you think, from your perspective? And what do you think is the biggest thing they've taught you guys about volleyball?
Coach Klockner is very big on, like I said, mental toughness. So he's kind of been doing all of our conditioning, and we don't always love it, but he makes us run a lot. So we definitely have built up the stamina to help that. And Coach Tim Harcourt, he always brings the energy, and he's always such a good person to be around. We all have a lot of fun at practices, and it's made us really close. So I think that's able why we're have being able to have so much success is we're so close, and they really help us. They coach a lot during the games, and it's really helpful.
It's been a year filled with a little bit of adversity for you guys because of what happened to Megan Klockner in the middle of the season. You've kind of had to step into a center role, which I'm sure you didn't really expect coming into this year. What has that kind of been like for you to kind of have your teammates back? And of course, you never want to take a position because of that kind of situation. But what was it like to just kind of step up the way you have and to and be a setter for the last half of the season?
Yeah, I mean, losing Megan was very hard on the team and on us as, her friends, but we were able to step up. I was a setter of my freshman, sophomore, and junior year. So the start of this year was my first time ever like hitting outside, which is where I play now. And our other outside hitter actually also sets. So it's kind of weird. You don't really see that very often is your two outside hitters also setting. But it's what's worked for us, and we're able to have success with that. It was definitely a lot. I was really excited to hit outside, but I'm still getting to do that. And I also have a bigger role in the team as a setter, which I enjoy because setters they kind of control the court. And I really like that to have that. And I like to build my team up. So it's really nice to be in all aspects of the game and not just hitting.
What's it like for you switching mindsets from when you're setting in the back row to then, okay, I'm rotating the front row now. I'm a hitter now, so I have to make sure I'm putting balls away instead of trying to think like a center.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of hard sometimes. I kind of get confused, because I'm going from different spots. But I think we talk a lot on the court, so it's really easy for me to know where I'm supposed to be and where I'm supposed to go because our team's really good at communication. So I think that's really like easy for me to be able to make that transition and like just get in the right mindset. Like when I go to the front row, I have to think that my job is to hit and to block and not to set. So it's definitely tricks me up sometimes, but I figure it out usually.
Okay, now on the other side of the net on defense, does having the setting background help you read the other team setter and what she's gonna do?
A little bit. Our coach is very big on like reading the shoulders and looking at the setter. What are they going to do? But it's like a lot easier when my team's talking. Like when the setter tips, it's really hard because I'm like trying to think I shouldn't get the ball because I need a set, but then I also need to get the ball so it doesn't hit the floor. So it's a lot of like back and forth, but I figure it out usually. It's I think the setting background does help me a little bit because if I like put myself in their shoes, if I was right there in that position, what would I do if I would set or if I would tip or push somewhere? So that definitely does help.
And getting your stats all the time, this team never struggles with digs and never struggles with making sure the ball stays up. Now, as a setter, what's it like to have such a good defense? It always kind of gets you in system and gets you a good pass where you don't have to run around the court trying to get the ball back in play.
Yeah, defense is the first step. So when we get that good pass, it's so much easier for me to be able to set the hitters up. So our defense is really good. We have a really fast libero and we have some really skilled people in the back row. So they're doing a really good job of getting that pass where it's supposed to be. So I have as many options as possible to put the ball wherever it needs to go. So that definitely helps that they're able to put that ball right where it's supposed to be.
What is your favorite thing about this sport of volleyball? Obviously, you're talking about it with so much passion. You gotta love it so much. What's your favorite part about this sport?
I love the energy, like in those big games where it's so close and it could go either way. It's scary in the moment, but it's like so much adrenaline is running through you, and you feel like you could do anything, especially with your team. And the team aspect is so fun. I have so many friends from it, and I'm able to be friends with them on and off the court, and it's so much fun, like winning with them and having success with them and watching them grow as well as myself as a player. And it's really cool, like when you get that like new skill you're trying to work on, or it's like really rewarding.
We've said it before, you're a senior this year, so what's it like going through the emotions of senior year?
It's a lot. I mean, we like, especially now it's tournament time, and if you lose, you're done. So we're really pushing for a win every single game, and like our practices, we're working hard every single practice. It's a lot of like lasts. So like Saturday was the last time we played at our home court, and it was a bittersweet moment because I love my gym, I love playing there, but we're still going and we're still having success, and I'm just really excited, but I just don't want it to end.
Do you see in practices and in games you and the other seniors have a little bit more sense of urgency and a little bit more sense of trying to just make the most out of every moment in the last couple, weeks since you kind of are realizing that it's almost over?
Yeah, the other senior is my best friend, and we've done a lot of things together. We grew up with this program together, and we're really close with a lot of the younger girls too. So it's like sad every time we go to practice because we know it's one of our lasts, and we really created a good bond with them. So I think we're all really itching to do really well in the tournament and every single game, so we could stay playing together for as long as we can.
What have been some of the focuses in the last couple practices as you get ready for this district semifinal coming up tomorrow or Wednesday? No, tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. I mean, we've studied the other teams we're playing, especially the team we play tomorrow. We're trying to prepare as much as we can. So we're working on things that will better ourselves for that game offensively and defensively. Our coach has done a really good job of, studying the film and helping us in as many ways as and in as many ways as possible.
Obviously, you play volleyball outside of the off season as well. What does that do for you, being able to play against other competition in a high level of competition in the off season?
It definitely makes you like understand the game a lot better. Like I had a really good coaching club, and he really helped me a lot. But even just playing, you understand the game more, you read people better, and you're able to pick up on things maybe you wouldn't in like high school, because it's a little bit different club versus high school, and it's definitely made like your volleyball IQ stronger or higher. It's definitely helped me in like that sense.
You've been able to build a lot of relationships with a lot of great players in club as well. So I got to ask, who's your best friend that doesn't wear a McDonald uniform?
Oh my, that's a tough question. I played for Club One last year, and I love my team that year. We had a lot of fun together and a lot of laughs, and we did a lot really good. So there was some Gerard girls and Canfield girls, and a girl from Poland on there that I really enjoyed playing with. So they all are my favorites, I guess.
That's a very political answer. I like it. Um, what about who is the toughest kind of hitter or toughest opponent that you think you've faced it like you haven't got a chance to play with, but if you could pick them out and say, man, I love this. I love the chance to share the court with this person.
Yeah, we have some really good hitters in our league. We have like the two girls from reserve, and there's two girls from Ridge who are really good, who we would love to have them on our team. But it's definitely like it's fun to watch other hitters, but it's also a little scary sometimes when you're in the back row. You don't know if you're going to be able to pass it or what. But
Do you remember kind of like your first experiences against a really good hitter in the back row and trying to dig, like the first time you had to go up against a really strong hitter?
honestly, I don't really remember much. Like my freshman year feels like forever ago.
It's
I
a
really
blur.
don't remember any of it. But I know we played against some really good teams, and I was probably very terrified back there.
Let's talk about your future goals, where you want to see yourself after high school, and what kind of career path you might want to go into.
Uh, I honestly I haven't thought about that much. I kind of am trying to wait and get through the high school season before I start thinking about college or anything, because that's just really stressful.
Clock's ticking.
Yeah, I know.
Since you haven't thought about that too much, I guess general questions. Do you want to travel far from home? Or are you looking for a college or closer? And what kind of subjects do you like to study in school that you could possibly see yourself pursuing a career in?
My favorite subjects is probably math, because I'm good at it and I don't really like anything else. But as college goes, I've kind of talked about this with my parents. I kind of want to go away, because it's McDonald's such a small town, and I've kind of been around these people my whole life, which is good and bad. So most of my friends are staying here and going to YSU, which I could do that and be with them, or I could go a little far away and meet some new people. So I'm kind of weighing the pros and cons of each and seeing what I really want to do in the future.
What is your dream state? Like, if you could live in any state or go to college in any state, what would it be outside of Ohio?
Um, Probably Florida. I know, like Ohio weather is kind of crappy, and I would kind of want to be by the beach for a little bit. But I don't know if I'd want to like live there my whole life. But I feel like going to college there would be pretty fun.
All right, obviously, your dad's a great coach. Can we see a coach Maria Rasile in the future? Do you think you'd make a good coach?
I don't know. I we have a boys volleyball game at our school that the volleyball girls coach, so I coach that. But they're really difficult to work with sometimes, so I don't know. Yeah, I struggle with those sometimes. So.
You got me. Um, Man, what kind did you ask your dad for any advice when you knew you were gonna coach that game?
No, I kind of just went with my gut, you know. So I can be very bossy sometimes, and I think the boys did not like that very much. I don't think they liked me telling them what to do, but we had fun, so that's all that matters. But
Right.
they lost, but I'm putting that on them, not on me.
I
So
like that. Okay,
yeah.
so boys volleyball is now a thing in the OHSA. It's a
Mhm.
certified accepted sport. If you had to pick one McDonald male athlete, whether it could be the football team, basketball team, I don't care what team you want to go with, that you think would make the best volleyball player in the school, who are you going with?
Hmm, that's a good question. Probably someone on the basketball team, because they're probably a lot taller, and height's a big part of volleyball. um, I don't know. That's I've never really thought about that. I don't know who would even want to play, so I guess I'd have to ask around.
All right, you're gonna come back with us about that. We're gonna have an
Yeah.
exclusive interview.
Yes.
when boys volleyball season starts.
Yes.
Let's get to know you a little bit off the court too. What is your dream car? If money wasn't an issue and you could get any car you wanted, what car would you want?
Um, since I was little, I've always wanted a G-Wagon. They're just so cool. I don't know. Like all the rich people have them, so I guess that's like an appeal, or like a Range Rover. I don't know. Those are like basic, but
What's the go-to paint job for the color?
I like black. I think
Okay.
that looks really good on cars.
All right. What is one thing that you spend a lot of money on that you probably shouldn't?
Chick-fil-A. I'm there like 3 times a week. It's a habit that's not good, but
Do
I
you
love it, so.
are you kind of all over the menu, or do you have a go-to order every time you go to Chick-fil-A?
I usually get nuggets, 8-count nugget meal with a Sprite and a chocolate chip cookie.
Are we getting the fries?
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say you can't leave out the waffle fries
Yeah, yeah.
for Chick-fil-A. So what do you do on Sundays?
Yeah. Usually I'll order pizza or
There you go.
I'll go to Cane's, which Cane's is like a half hour away, so that's kind of not, which is like kind of cheating on Chick-fil-A because it's like rivals, but I gotta eat something on Sunday, so
I think Chick-fil-A understands that Cane's is the side chick, and it's okay.
yeah. Yeah.
What kind of things? What is your favorite home cooked meal that you guys do have when you're not eating Chick-fil-A or pizza at Cane's?
My mom makes really good pasta, and I like that. So usually, sometimes we have that on Sundays. So I like that. That's probably my favorite.
What is your favorite kind of meal to have after a game?
Chick-fil-A, probably.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, me and my friends usually go through the drive-through, and then we eat in my car. So that's probably my favorite.
Which one of your teammates do you trust the most in a car to drive to Chick-fil-A?
Usually I'm the driver, but I would
Okay.
say the other senior, Megan Zajac, she's the only like other one with her license that I kind of drive with. So probably her.
Who wouldn't you trust to drive?
Oh boy. I don't know. Probably if one of the freshmen, the 2 freshmen that play varsity, if one of them got their license, I don't know if I'd get in a car with them. They still got a lot of growing up to do, I think, when it comes to
Uh,
that.
what teammate do you think takes things the most like serious when in the serious moments?
Um, hmm. Probably Gianna Constantino. She's our other outside hitter. She's my cousin, so probably her. She's really good. She's started her last year as a freshman, and she's really grown as a player. Probably her.
All right. What class or what teammate do you think is the most likely to get coach upset during practice?
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe me. I like to joke around a lot. So me and my
You can
best
say
friend,
you,
me
you
and
know.
me and Megan, we like to joke around during practice. So he probably gets mad at us a lot.
What teammate do you think is the most likely to succeed at whatever career path they go into?
Hmm. Oh, probably Megan Zajac. I would say her.
Do you have any teammates that like outside of the volleyball court you can't believe they're an athlete because they're kind of clumsy?
Well, our libero, Miley Titus, she sometimes doesn't process things very well. So I maybe her.
What teammate makes you smile the most?
Probably Megan. We have a lot of fun together.
What teammate do you text the most?
Megan.
Okay. What do you think the last thing that you guys texted about was?
Practice today. We talked about practice today and the game tomorrow.
All right. What is your favorite kind of sport that you don't play that you think you would like to throw your hat into the ring into?
Oh boy. I like watching basketball, but I can't play. I'm not good at playing basketball. Um I really don't know. I don't like to run. I cannot play softball. I'm not good at that. Um Soccer is the same season as volleyball, so I probably wouldn't want to do that.
What about like recreational off the wall sports like billiards or water polo or bowling? Can you
Mm,
bowl?
not very well. We used to go bowling a lot, but I wasn't very good at it. But we have fun when we go bowling, so yeah,
Right.
maybe bowling.
There you go. I got one out of you. What about like family game night? Obviously, your family has to be very competitive, I imagine. Who wins the most at family game night?
Well, we don't really play games very often. Everybody's kind of busy
That's
because with
sad,
their own sports.
but understandable.
Yeah, so probably my dad. He would probably win the most. He's very competitive. Probably me or him because we're both very, very competitive.
What is the best advice that your dad's ever given you?
Oh, he's given me a lot of advice. I don't know. He always just tells me go out there and do the best I can, and I gotta play to my potential, and that's kind of it. I mean, he definitely says a lot, but that's probably the basis of everything he says is just I gotta focus on me sometimes, and then help my teammates out as much as I can.
All right, before I let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system, all the people that have been there for you. Give them a shout out before you get out of here.
Yeah, definitely my family. I mean, they've always supported me, and my coaches have given me so many opportunities, and my team has always been there for me, always had my back. And our community has done a really good job of supporting us, especially in the new program. They've done a really good job of, cheering for us and always congratulating us when we win and do something good. So definitely all of them.
Maria, thank you so much for the time. We wish you the best of luck in the rest of your tournament run. We look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you.